got some of the most disturbing footage we've gotten yet on our cameras last night.
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
After hearing some of the most scariest sounds we've ever heard. And so today, we're actually gonna try and figure out what it was. We're not sure. People say all the time, we're in swamp ape country, and we have 70 acres with a swamp right on the creek. So we're headed out. We're gonna see what evidence we can find of whatever it was that we captured last night on the camera. So you are coming with me now?
I'm very nervous. I don't like it. I definitely don't like it, and I'm not comfortable with it, but I'll do whatever it takes to protect our animals.
Well, the fortunate thing is all the animals are still here. So actually, let's go take a peek at them right now. What George is getting our waders on. We got all the baby ducks right there. Hey guys. All the baby chickens right here. This one right here, that's my favorite because it's the runt of the litter, just like George. Okay, you good? Let's see how she's doing. Any signs we can find, any markings, anything, we're just gonna try and record.
We're gonna try and find as much evidence as we can.
Of whatever it was.
I'm driving. You get shotgun, I'm driving.
I didn't bring the shotgun, I brought the other one.
Come on, let's go.
Okay, I guess I get shotgun, I'll go grab that too. This is the nice part about owning 70, is that something up there? You see the dark?
Yeah.
You see that?
What is that?
I don't know. The nice, oh, that's a dead palm. Okay. So the nice part about owning 70 acres is the back 40 is all Florida, beauty, palm. Oh man, it doesn't get any better than this.
Feel like we're in Jurassic Park?
Say what?
Do you feel like we're in Jurassic Park?
I feel like we might need the T-Rex to save us. Right up there, do you see it?
I see it.
I have a feeling we're not the only ones that are out here looking for something. Now, that hunting stand, see this fence here? Mm-hmm. That hunting stand is on the south side of our boundary. We do have a full survey coming. That survey is going to be done in about a week and a half, maybe a week. And so here's the thing. If there's hunters, there's usually feed plots. If there's feed plots, there's food. And where there's food, any kind of creature that's out here will come and feast.
Yeah, anything goes. Even a hungry Jeremy.
No, not me.
Or a hangry George.
Definitely you. Something has been coming through here for
sure.
sure.
That game trail is strong.
That game trail goes right over there. And you know why? Look. You see the bucket? I know it's going to be hard to see it. But there's a feed bucket right there. That game trail goes right to the feed bucket. Now, that's not our property. So we don't have cameras there. All our cameras face this way. Mm-hmm. We got to keep on looking to see what this thing actually was. Something big here, here, and here. Now, we are in the middle of Otter Creek. This is our property. Now, a lot of people think, oh man, I can go through Otter Creek. Well, you can't. You would have to be trespassing, and the trespassing is to wish upon your own death. So to get to Otter Creek, because it doesn't constantly flow, it's in patches, water, land, you actually have to get on land on our property to get to the water. And something was here. Something definitely was here amongst these cypress knees.
Yeah, these knees will come out of nowhere and get you, trip you.
You never know, something could have tripped there too, but something was definitely there. But I think we still need to keep, we got to look for back scratches, for scrapings, here's an opening even. Let's go back here a little bit further. Look, here's something else right here. Right here. You see that? I don't think that's a pig. pigs usually root up a whole lot more. I mean, they'll push everything up. I don't think that's a pig. I think that's something else. Look at this.
What?
It's a water lily. That's for you.
For me?
Yeah, for you.
Thank you.
Do you see this here? This
The
has
metal
to
pole?
be. This has to be the property marker. But look right there. Look.
Where?
Right on the same line. Look at this. Here's another one.
Another metal pole.
Here's another metal pole. This would be our southwest corner, is either here or there. One or the other. Whichever it is.
And then there's the creek.
There's more creek. Exactly. There's more creek. Whichever it is, I'm glad that one's on our side. I love.
Is this where you want to put the hammock?
Yeah, these palm trees right here. We could put the hammocks right here, right by the creek. Actually, it would be amazing. Do you remember when you found the biggest piece of mammoth tooth so far in the
How
creek?
can I forget? That was pretty epic and very memorable.
I might have just outdone you. Look at this. Look at this. See the plates?
I don't know.
What are you trying to claim?
It's too fragile. I think this is just
You don't think
a piece
this
of
is
tree.
mammoth teeth plates?
No.
Seriously?
It's too fragile.
Seriously, you don't think it's mammoth teeth plates?
No. You want to know how I can tell?
Because it is what it is.
Parts of it is coming off, which means it's just bark. Sorry to burst your bubble, buddy.
She still won't let me live that down that I found nothing that day, and she did.
It's always a competition with this man. He thinks he can find the biggest piece of mammoth tooth. He can keep searching. Even if he has Lasix, won't find a bigger piece than mine.
This is definitely the perfect environment for something to survive. And we know from Florida wildlife that there is a Florida panther that comes back here. Look, here's the trail. You see it, George? Right down there.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
got a game trail. This is the perfect... Whoa! Usually, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for if anything fell like that.
Look at all the
Any
birds.
signs like that, any disturbances, any fresh breaks, that's going to give us the right direction and what we're looking for sure. That's a lot of ants right there. That could be good protein. You want some?
The chicken would love that. But I'll pass, unless you want some.
Don't say I didn't offer. Old trees like this with holes, usually woodpeckers made the holes. Flying squirrels will actually live in there, and if you beat on it like this and you just wait, flying squirrels are nocturnal. They'll typically come out and they'll peek their head. I don't think we have any flying squirrels in here. As a matter of fact, I think we need a bridge. You see that water right there? Yeah, we're gonna need a bridge.
We're at another part of the creek. Jeremy's about to make a man-made bridge.
Wait!
What?
Look, right here.
Are those old remains of an old bridge?
Come on. This definitely looks like it to me. Look. You've got part of a bridge here. And this is Otter Creek. And this is Otter Creek when it's high. And you can see where it's going to dry up down there. Otter Creek up by the road, there's a lot of water. Back here, there's barely any. But at some point, look at this, George. Not only was this a bridge, look, somebody made an entire walkway to it.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. This is an entire pathway, walkway.
That's weird that it would go all the way out here when there's no water.
You want to know what's weirder? Look at this. All right, come on over here. This is what's really weird. Okay, went all the way over here. Here's the weirdest part. Look at this whole hill. That goes about 6 feet up here. Here's more. Oh, you know what? Look at this, George. I bet you know what I bet you this is?
Huh.
I bet you this is our property marker.
You think so?
I'm gonna guess. So I wonder if the Clarks actually put that in at some point, but what for? Hey, look at this tree down.
Okay.
Something pushed this whole thing down. Could have been a swamp ape. Could have been Florida wind too, for all we know, but this is just getting weirder and weirder and weirder. We're further down the creek. Look at this. We've never ever explored this part of our property. We don't know what's back here. What we do know.
Oh, there's another piece of plank wood.
Yeah. What we do know is the blood curdling. What would you call it? Would you call it a scream, a cry?
It could have been anything. All I know,
I know
is that
you were screaming and crying.
I was so scared. I nearly crapped myself.
I'm actually pretty positive that you did. Just saying. I'm pretty sure. I think you did right now, too.
That's the smell of death. You smell death, not me.
Maybe. See this big trail opening?
Uh-huh.
This is like a pine grove in here. You see the pines? I've taught you how to identify your pines, right? I'm gonna go up here. So if you look at the needles, do you remember if there's 5 needles, what kind of pine is that?
White.
Yes, W-H-I-T-E. And if there's 2 needles, what kind of pine is that?
Red.
Yes, R-D, because you don't pronounce the E. So there's a whole pine grove over here. Why don't you pronounce the E? Must be an Egyptian thing. There's a whole pine grove, or a G-Egyptian thing, because you don't pronounce the E. You want to go in the pine grove, or you want to go this way?
Let's go through the pine grove.
I would say something's been going through here.
For sure.
I found something. I gotta be careful, because snakes could be anywhere. Look at this.
Oh, an old bottle.
Silver nip. Do not refill. Minimum contents 6 fluid ounces. Silver nip. Registered. And trademark registering silver nip. That is one I've never seen before.
It's worth holding on to.
All right, I'll hold on to it. If you want to, you're probably going to want to put this in the museum on the porch, aren't you?
Yes.
All right, silver nip is going in the museum. Otter Creek, the width of my hand. Anybody who says, and plenty of the locals do, that they want to canoe down the creek because we said anybody who trespasses will take care of it. Just remember, your foot touches the land. I got a feeling you're going to have a little bit of a problem canoeing down our creek. So your foot touches the land, it's stand your ground state. Look how big that trail is.
It's a pretty wide opening.
That's for this in the wilderness, in the swamp on a creek, that's huge. It goes straight to the water source. Not only water, anything else. It is Otter Creek. Swamp ape could be eating otters, could be eating mammoth teeth for all we know. I mean, look, it goes literally straight to the water. This is the environment for them to thrive. Not only thrive, but ultimately survive and survive and survive. Not saying we're going to, because George was stinking scared last night.
Oh, don't even remind me. Oh, what do you see? Ugh.
I swear I heard something. And look at this. Something snapped the tree here. Look, this tree's been snapped.
That tree's definitely been snapped. What is that?
This is the old tree stand. Literally choked this pine. See that? It just grew around it. Sat. Oh, look at that. As a matter of fact, look at that.
Another
right
one.
there.
Another tree stand.
Absolutely another one. I wonder what they were hunting for.
What?
This has to be Mr. Clark. I think
Some type of
I found
enclosure.
another one on the property.
That looks just
So
like this.
I think what he was doing, he was trapping pigs. Probably a one-way door would be my guess. And this might have, but look, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't that look brand new and not old and brittle?
I don't know.
I mean, honestly, the other thing he could have been doing was baiting swamp ape. He could have, you know what? He could have been trapping the pigs.
To get the swamp ape.
Bait swamp ape. Like, look, that's not old.
I don't want you getting any ideas.
Look, there's a pair of post hole diggers.
Don't you dare
see
track
right there?
me using me. Oh.
What if somebody came out here? They built the trap and then they never made it back. Here's the post hole diggers right here. Right there.
Oh, wow.
Potentially, they never even made it back. Look at this. I'm telling you, this was Mr. Clark. Because he put coffee cans on top of every post
He did.
to keep them from rotting. This has to be Mr. Clark.
So bizarre.
Another trap. Not sure how this one works. Nothing in it. I'm starting to think they were actually catching bait to catch the big boy. I think raccoon, possum, piglet,
Just about anything.
anything to use as bait in a bigger pen area to try and catch swamp ape. You know what this is, George?
What is that?
Well, if you eat wicker baskets, that's what you fart out right there.
Oh, I thought that was a fiber diet.
That is a big time fiber diet, and I've never seen anything do that before, and there's just a pile of it here. It's the weirdest thing ever.
So weird. And the creek's right there. It's right there.
Yeah, it's not far. I don't think we're far from finding what we're looking for. What the Hales is this thing? This thing looks like a weapon.
Oh, definitely a weapon.
This looks like a medieval weapon. Whether human, whether beast, swinging it, that
Would
is
hurt. That would leave a mark.
something else. Just out here in the middle of the woods, just no matter what you're swinging it at, barbed wire, it's gonna leave a mark. It's gonna hurt somebody and hurt somebody or something bad, really bad. You want to go canoeing, George?
I don't think the creek
World's
is deep enough.
Smallest canal in a creek.
There's definitely deep parts of the creek.
And there is
Very
completely
shallow,
and total
dry. Yep.
In other words, it's a pond in different areas, and you can't go on anybody's property and go, oh, I'm on public water because I'm in a pond. Nope, can't do it. That'll get you in big, dun bye-bye trouble. There's a giant mound behind me. Originally, when we first bought the property, we thought potentially Indian burial grounds. Definitely not Indian burial grounds. One of the old timers, one of the foundational members of the community shared with us that during the Great Depression, the government was trying to create any jobs it possibly could for the people. And one of the jobs was dredging Otter Creek. All of these piles, and that pile goes forever, hold Indian artifacts, hold dinosaur bones, and you name it, it's potentially in there. They are mounds filled with treasure, and it just so happens we're treasure hunters. We've never ever been on this side of the mound before. The ground is all tore up. There's all kinds of wildlife back here. You coming, George, or are you gonna stay up there scared? You're sticking to the high ground, aren't you?
I am. That way I can see everything.
That's because she just heard something else, and we didn't. Careful, she's tripping now too.
It's the knees. It's these cypress knees.
They'll get you every time.
They will.
Let's go figure out what you heard. We did not, a lot of noises I know from being in the wilderness almost my entire life as a vocational career, but there's something back here we can't identify. I I just got into the creek and I found something.
Good eye.
Look at that right
How did you
there.
see
That.
You think he's alive?
He's definitely alive, but I can't tell. I can't tell if it's an alligator snapper. Oh man, I just murkied it all up.
Florida snapper.
Or a Florida common snapper. I just murkied the entire water up.
We'll just leave him be.
We are. Yeah, what if we step on another one? You go first, George. You go first. We made it with all 5 feet, so that's a good thing. You never ever can have enough feet. We found this mangled, tangled cypress tree. Obviously, the bulk of it is gone. Look how high that knee is, George.
Wow.
That is one stinking
That's
high
probably
knee.
the biggest knee.
And you think I'm tall? You think I'm tall? Look at that knee. That's got to be 5 foot tall knee.
It's huge.
That's a big one. There are more spider webs out here than... Why do I have to be so tall? You know what this is? This right here.
Another palmetto tree.
The
The swamp apes don't sleep in there, do they?
That is my favorite palm tree on the property.
Why?
Because
It looks like every other palmetto tree
No.
on the property.
this is my favorite palm tree on the property. It's special. If that's not a sign of swamp ape, I mean, this very well may be what
there's
you
wood
heard
chips
last
all
night
over.
after we got that camera clip. It's just, there's busted tree everywhere. Like look, chips everywhere. Look, we could almost use this for bedding for the ducks and for the chickens. It's literally everywhere. I think we're getting close.
What is that?
Looks like bat wings, doesn't it?
It does. It's so weird. It's just hanging up in the tree. What do you think?
Hills if I know. You know what this is?
Another palmetto tree?
No. This is my favorite palm tree on the property.
Really?
Yep.
Because you just said that about another one.
This one. This one's my favorite palm tree.
Why?
Because. Where are you going?
I'm gonna crap myself. I'm out of here.
She just heard another noise.
I'm out of here.
She just heard another noise. I have no idea. Holy cow, what is she doing? Okay. Are you serious? Come on! Oh, come on! Wait for me! Wait! Jeez. She's gone. All right, this is what we saw on the cameras last night.